The profound truth of emptiness, the essence of the Heart Sutra, a Buddhist story. In the serene and mystical forest of Anathapindika's park in Jetavana, a sense of peace pervades the air. Towering trees with lush green foliage provide a natural canopy, and the gentle rustling of leaves in the wind creates a symphony of tranquility. This sacred grove has long been a place where the Buddha imparts his wisdom to those seeking enlightenment. The morning sun casts a golden glow over the gathering place, a clearing where the Buddha often sits beneath a magnificent Bodhi tree, its ancient branches spreading wide like the arms of compassion itself. Today, as the soft light filters through the leaves, we meet the central figures of our story. The Buddha, serene and radiant, sits in peaceful contemplation. His presence is a beacon of calm and wisdom. Around him are his devoted disciples, monks and nuns, each with their unique journey and struggles. Among them is a curious young monk named Ananda. With eyes full of wonder and a heart brimming with questions, Ananda represents the eager seeker within us all, longing to unravel the mysteries of existence. Word has spread that the Buddha is about to deliver a profound teaching, and a large assembly has gathered in anticipation. Monks and nuns in their saffron robes sit in neat rows, while lay followers from nearby villages join, eager to drink from the well of wisdom. There's a palpable sense of expectancy in the air, a collective breath held in anticipation. The birds sing softly, almost as if they, too, are waiting to hear the sacred words that will soon be spoken. The atmosphere is charged with reverence and a deep sense of purpose. As the assembly settles into a respectful silence, Ananda approaches the Buddha, his mind buzzing with questions. He bows deeply, a gesture of both respect and a plea for understanding. Venerable One, Ananda begins, his voice filled with earnest curiosity. You have taught us so much about the path to enlightenment, but there is one concept that eludes me. Can you help us understand the true nature of existence and the concept of emptiness? His question hangs in the air, a spark that ignites the flame of inquiry in the hearts of all present. Ananda's curiosity mirrors our own, setting the stage for a journey into the depths of one of Buddhism's most profound teachings. The Buddha remains silent for a moment, his eyes gently closed. The assembly sits in quiet anticipation, the only sounds being the whispering wind and the rustle of leaves. This silence is not empty but full, a profound stillness that invites reflection and inner calm. It feels as though the whole forest is holding its breath, attuned to the presence of the enlightened one. This pause allows everyone to settle more deeply into mindfulness, opening their hearts and minds to receive the teaching that is about to be shared. After what seems like an eternity, but is only a few moments, the Buddha opens his eyes and begins to recite the Heart Sutra. His voice, calm and resonant, fills the space. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Form does not differ from emptiness, and emptiness does not differ from form. The words flow like a gentle stream, each phrase a drop of wisdom that penetrates the hearts of the listeners. The Buddha's recitation emphasizes the profound truth that all phenomena are interconnected and devoid of intrinsic existence, a concept that challenges the very foundation of ordinary perception. The Buddha continues, elaborating on the nature of emptiness. All things are empty of a separate self. They arise from causes and conditions and are interconnected in a vast web of existence. This is the nature of reality, impermanent and ever-changing. As he speaks, his words illuminate the minds of his disciples, like the first light of dawn dispelling the darkness. The understanding that all phenomena are empty of inherent self is a gateway to liberation, freeing one from attachment and suffering. The Buddha's teaching is a guide to seeing beyond illusions and grasping the ultimate truth. Ananda, ever the inquisitive disciple, raises his hand. Venerable One, he asks, how can we, in our daily lives, truly comprehend and live by this understanding of emptiness? His question echoes the thoughts of many in the assembly. The Buddha looks at Ananda with deep compassion and replies, "Through mindful practice and meditation, you can cultivate this understanding. Reflect on the nature of all things. See how they are interconnected and impermanent. In this way, you will gradually realize the truth of emptiness." Other disciples also seek clarification, each question leading to a deeper exploration of the teachings. The Buddha patiently addresses their inquiries, guiding them toward a clearer understanding of the profound concept of emptiness. The Buddha, seeing the genuine desire in his disciples to understand and apply his teachings, begins to explain how the understanding of emptiness can be integrated into daily life. In every action, he says, whether eating, walking, or working, be mindful of the interdependent nature of all things. Understand that nothing exists in isolation. When you feel attachment or aversion, remind yourself of the empty nature of these feelings. They arise, they pass, and they are not you. This mindfulness will help you overcome suffering and attain peace. The disciples listen intently, absorbing the practical wisdom that will guide them in their everyday lives. To illustrate his point, the Buddha shares a parable. Once, there was a wise farmer who was troubled by the loss of his crops. One day, a traveler suggested he look beyond his immediate troubles and see the bigger picture. The farmer began to observe how his crops depended on the rain, the soil, and the seasons, which in turn depended on countless other factors. Realizing this, he stopped seeing the loss as a personal failure and found peace in understanding the interdependent nature of existence. This wisdom helped him to be content and resilient, regardless of external circumstances. The parable resonates deeply with the assembly, providing a tangible example of how to live by the understanding of emptiness. The Buddha then leads the assembly in a guided meditation. Close your eyes, he instructs, and focus on your breath. Observe each inhalation and exhalation without attachment. As thoughts arise, simply acknowledge them and let them pass, like clouds in the sky. Now contemplate the nature of these thoughts and feelings. See how they are transient and interconnected. Meditate on the emptiness of all phenomena. The forest falls into a deep, collective silence as everyone follows the Buddha's guidance. In this meditative state, they begin to experience a glimpse of the profound truth he speaks of, feeling a sense of unity and clarity. As the meditation concludes, a wave of realization sweeps through the assembly. Ananda, along with the other disciples, feels a profound shift in perception. They begin to see the world through the lens of emptiness, understanding the fluid and interconnected nature of all things. This realization brings a deep sense of liberation and peace. The Buddha's words, now deeply internalized, transform their understanding of reality. They see how this wisdom can dissolve the barriers of ego and attachment, leading to true enlightenment. The assembly is filled with a quiet joy, having touched the essence of the Buddha's profound teaching. As the Buddha concludes his teaching, the forest remains silent, a testament to the deep impact of his words. The disciples and lay followers slowly open their eyes, their hearts and minds transformed by the profound understanding of emptiness. The teachings of the Heart Sutra have shown them a new way of perceiving the world, one that transcends the illusions of separateness and embraces the interconnected nature of all existence. If this story has inspired you, I invite you to join us in exploring more tales of inspiration and overcoming challenges. On my YouTube channel, you will find a wealth of stories that delve into the profound teachings of the Buddha and other great masters, offering guidance and motivation for your own journey. Together, let us continue to seek wisdom, practice mindfulness, and support each other in our quest for enlightenment. Thank you for being a part of this journey. May you find peace and joy in every step you take.